story. This is the Canadian government on Tuesday updated its travel advisory, asking its citizens to avoid all travel to the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir due to, and I quote, the unpredictable security situation. Now, this clearly has ramped up a confrontation between the two countries, which is already underway over Canada's accusations that the Indian government may have been involved in the killing of Khalistan extremist Hardeep Singh Nijjar in June. So this is another quite a big statement that's coming in, quite a big decision that's coming in from the Canadian government side. The Canadian government on Tuesday, as we are putting across to you. And now we have Siddhant live, joining us live on this broadcast. Siddhant, as I was just mentioning, this seems to be quite a crucial statement that seems to have come in, especially if we speak of the timing of this statement coming in and how this might affect, how this might intensify the particular confrontation that is already underway.
Yes, that's right, Shreya. And in fact, as you mentioned, as Abhishek was highlighting, that there was enough effort given by Justin Trudeau himself and perhaps his team to lobby against India, to lobby with the Five Eye Intelligence Alliance countries, to lobby with the G7 partners. But none of these countries have responded positively to Mr. Justin Trudeau, and perhaps even the statements that they have released, in the statement released by James Cleverly, UK Foreign Secretary, there is no mention of India. The statement which was released by America, US, there is no mention of India. Australia did mention India, but then again, Prime Minister Tony Albanese said to a reporter, chill out, when he was asked that do we regret calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi a boss? So the kind of the strategy of Justin Trudeau perhaps looks like is not working, and this is the reason that on one day he says that India is interfering in the internal matters of Canada. We are taking action against the Indian diplomat. The diplomat is going to be going to get expelled. But when he is in America, attending UNGA, he says that we are not here to provoke or escalate. All we want is Indian government to take this entire matter seriously. So there is a drastic change in the tone and the language of Justin Trudeau in just 24 hours, and the reason is that his own allies, his own partners are not supporting him, because they also understand, Shreya, that the importance of India in Asia. If they want, all these countries are perhaps looking at India as an alternative, as an option to counter China. Now they cannot just support Justin Trudeau's cause, which is supporting fringe elements in Canada, and issue some sort of a strong statement against India, which could sabotage, which could derail the entire Indo-Pacific strategy of these countries. And this is the reason that even Justin Trudeau realized that there's nothing going to happen. So what maximum he could do was to issue this travel advisory, in which Canada says that a high degree of caution needs to be followed while traveling to India. Some states of India have been mentioned in the travel advisory, and he's the same Justin Trudeau who was in India 15 days back to attend the G20 summit. Now he finds India Siddhant unsafe for the Canadians to travel.
Absolutely. Siddhant, Abhishek, do remain with us, because we have some more breaking news coming in within this particular story itself, wherein, according to reports, the United States has refused to join Canada in announcing the results of a probe into the killing of a Sikh leader in Canada, Hardeep Singh Nijjar, as we have been discussing. And what comes out of this is the underscoring the lengths that the Biden administration has gone to avoid antagonizing India. This is another crucial development that comes in within this, especially if we are to speak of the geopolitical situation right now, as both of our reporters were right now mentioning a little while ago about the kind of relationship that India has started sharing with the world, and the kind of image that India has portrayed of itself recently in the G20 as well, the voice of the global south, and definitely a major ally to the West for countering China. We will go back to our reporters. Abhishek, coming back to you with this question. Before we go to Abhishek, right now we have a quick bite that we have, which is a quick reaction that we have. Just first, let's look into that, and then we will continue the discussion with our reporters.
Frankly, I haven't seen any evidence to back up Justin Trudeau's allegations. That said, that doesn't mean evidence isn't there. However, the United States, through its silence, seems to imply that it is not on the same page as Ottawa. What I worry about is that Prime Minister Trudeau may be getting ahead of himself for populist reasons. After all, when we consider the death of a Baluch activist drowning in a Ontario lake, that didn't rise to the Prime Minister's office in these explosive press releases. It was a police matter. So I do think that Justin Trudeau has acted in a very cynical and dishonest way, and perhaps he even owes the Indian audience an apology.
Right, so we are coming back to Abhishek and Siddhant. Abhishek, my first question to you, which comes in two parts. Firstly, this particular statement that has come in from the United States, the image it portrays of India taking a leadership role finally, especially as it had said, it's becoming the voice of the global south. And also, it seems like on behalf of Justin Trudeau's part, this doesn't seem to be a very well thought out plan for him, like this particular allegations and the confrontation that he has undertaken.
Of course, well, in the international politics as well, even if Nijjar, the killing was done by some foreign intervention, he was a good riddance. The kind of terrorism he had spread in India, the kind of linkages were established of him with criminals and gangs in India who were perpetrating terrorist activities in India. They were concerned, and this was not the first time that India had raised the issue. India has raised the issue. An Interpol notice was sent to Canada, and Interpol warrant was issued against him. Circulars were against him. He was active member of Babbar Khalsa group, and Sikh for Justice group was also advocating and was in alliance with him. He was kind of spearheading anti-India campaign in Canada, while Indian agencies, Indian diplomats, Indian government had raised the issue at multiple levels. In fact, all the levels at High Commissioner's level in Delhi, the Indian diplomats in Canada had raised the issue with the Canadian authorities. The government, External Affairs Minister, has also raised the issue with his counterpart, despite the fact that several times India has flagged the issue. Nijjar was not being dealt with. Now, when he has been killed, the international support is not coming in Canada's way because there is this established fact that he was a terrorist. So, how can a country be in support of Canada when he's trying to raise the issue of foreign hand or intervention or something that is still at an allegation level, and Justin Trudeau has not been able to give enough evidence to the international community or the public as to on what ground he has alleged that Indian agencies have been behind the killing of Nijjar Hardeep Singh Nijjar in the month of June. Probably these are the reasons why he has not been getting enough support, despite the fact that he is trying to lobby around with G7 countries, with US, with UK, with France, and also in the recent past, we have seen the kind of image, obviously international image that India has built around G20 and other multilateral platforms, where Prime Minister Modi has tried to talk about international issues, world peace. In that context, and India's engagement with Western allies in Europe,
Right,
in USA, with France, UK,
Right.
they have been very deep and strong. So in that
Abhishek,